river is vital to our communities in so many ways. For example, spiritually, culturally, ecologically and economically. The purity and quality of the river water are critical for the health and safety of our children and communities. The cultural economy of the river used to allow our people to maintain their traditional lifestyle. This economy has been diminished by the poor health of the river system, which has decimated our traditional sources of food and medicines. Our rights should be recognised, respected and protected. Spiritual connection and management of significant sites such as the Barmah Milawa Forest are important to our people. Protection of our history, preservation of our rights and access to land for hunting and fishing are also important matters to be preserved. Our main concern is that planning will continue without the ongoing consideration of Puri interests. In particular, our needs for equal access to land and rights to water. Protected areas need to be in place along the rivers to allow fish and other aquatic life to recover from overfishing. Our people should be working with government to identify these areas and help monitor and regulate the use of the river's resources. For example, only native fish should be stocked into the waterways and European carp should be removed. Non-Aboriginal sport and recreation has also significantly impacted the river. For example, speedboats should be confined to certain areas. The wash from these speedboats erode the riverbanks and wash little fish onto the bank, which make it impossible for those who want to fish or just enjoy the river. Put simply, it's abused by overuse, and the government has failed to ensure the river's resources are used in a sustainable way. In so doing, government has failed our future generations, and it is important that government work with us to repair these wrongdoings. Koori communities and traditional owners need to be continually engaged. Recognising elders as the voices for their country and people is vital. The government also needs to provide adequate resources for traditional owners to empower them to participate equitably in policy and management decisions. We believe that a water allocation should be given to each nation to enable them to exercise their custodial responsibilities. Each nation will decide whether the resource should be used to increase environmental flows or to help generate a more independent economic benefit for its community. There are three parts to the Indigenous vision for the river. First, natural flows and cycles to the river would be restored. Secondly, the water should be clear and drinkable, and the river system should be abundant with native fish, birds, animals and plants. The river should provide life to all and be protected for future generations. Finally, Indigenous people should be able to move freely to continue their cultural practice.